Hey folks, Ariel over here with a little update on our Chucklings. So this is the older of the two halves of Amber's brood of ducklings. If you want some of the history on how we got that set up, go back and check out the other videos. But anyway, they seem big enough to go play in the water, but I wasn't sure if the second batch that hatched quite was. So one day I decided to take these guys out and let them play in the kind of ditch edge where there's hardly any current off to the side of the creek. And while they really liked the water there, they weren't very happy because they really wanted to be with their mama, who is a chicken, and so they waddled their way back over to the pen. So I realized that wasn't going to keep them out in the water. So this is all the Chucklings' first day out in the water. Let me show you something amazing. They're wanting to go hang out with Mama Ember, the chicken. Remember, she's a chicken. That's her right there. We let them out of this crate right here on this side of the water, and they all went straight for the water. I thought maybe they'd be happy because their mama would be close by, and she got in the water and swam across just like she was a duck, and now they're all playing with her. I wish I'd had my camera, but I hadn't grabbed it fast enough. So much grass growing. That's a lot deeper than it looks. That channel is feet deep, but it's also a place where the ducklings can easily get in and out of the water. And our mama hen is over there pecking on the other side, trying to dry her feathers off because she's not a duck. But the little guys are a week old today, and the big ones are 9 days older than that, so they're just over 2 weeks old. But look at how happy they are being out in real water to play in instead of their little water tubs. So this setup seemed to work. After her initial swim, Ember did not have any desire to get back in the water, but she had a lovely time, it appeared, dust bathing and hunting and scratching and pecking on the dry bank. And like you can see, that's a nice, fairly gentle slope there where the little babies can get in and out of the water, and they kind of would take turns, swimming, then getting out and preening, then napping, because they are still baby things, and then swim, and then preen, and then nap, and so on, back and forth. So this is kind of our routine now every day. They're still back in their secure duck yard, closed in overnight, but every day load them up in the crate and take them out to one of the spots in the edge of the water where they can play for the day. And they usually stay for a little while, and then Ember will kind of herd them back toward the barn where she thinks it's time for them to go to chicken bed. But they're all doing well. They don't need, obviously, a actual parent duck to show them how to swim and dive. They know how to do that, and they're growing, and their mama takes very good care of watching out for them and defending them and making sure they all stay together and showing them when there's yummy food and all that kind of thing. It's interesting to watch how the shades of color are changing a little bit as they grow older. The older splash or silver ones, the light colored ones, are getting paler and paler as they get older. They used to be a little bit more of that yellow shade that the smaller ones still are, but I assume they'll lighten up as they age as well. So I've seen some really pretty pictures of silver Swedish ducks, so we'll see what they end up looking like as they mature. And the blue ones are, still kind of looking their gray blue with the yellow bib until they start to get their feathers in. That'll be their real feathers. And we got our one little black one there who was waddling in the middle of everybody. It's the only one that's all black. Anyhow, it's a lot of fun to watch them, so I did try to make the time to record some of just their antics and playing, and I thought you guys might enjoy seeing all that too. After their first few minutes together, the big ones and little ones seem to have gotten along just fine. I don't know if that's what they did naturally, or if Ember laid down the law and said, hey, you all are my kids and you behave, or what, because I was concerned about the bigger ones picking on the little ones, but they don't seem to do that at all. They interact just like they're all the exact same family of ducklings. They curl up and nap together, they play together, they swim together, and yeah, that's been pretty amazing to see. And then, like I said, eventually she'll kind of herd them back toward the barnyard, and they sleep there for the night, and then they get up and go at it again in the morning. And they're very busy little things, but you can also still tell that they are baby things where they, kind of play and are energetic for a little bit, and then you look over and you realize they're all curled up, sound asleep. And then they play, and then they need to nap again. And their balance isn't very good as they preen. Sometimes, depending which body part they're trying to preen, they just about fall over on their sides because they're not very good yet at balancing on one leg. Another thing I find amazing is how each baby thing grows first whatever it needs to be able to run away and hide from predators. So the little chickens almost on day one start growing their little pin feathers on their wings so they can flutter around. Whereas ducklings, as you can see, even those bigger ones, their wings look like they haven't really grown at all since they hatched. But what has grown is their feet. They've got great big feet so they can swim really fast. Though they're not very fast on land, they are pretty fast in the water. And it's just so interesting to see that difference. Where baby chickens grow their wings so fast, baby ducks grow their feet very fast. Of their parent ducks, the actual, genetic parents, Mrs. Quack has seemed to totally ignore the babies. She just is indifferent. And Mr. Quack has probably put himself on the freezer list by being very aggressive toward them, unfortunately. I haven't seen him be aggressive toward the young chickens, but he has actively chased down and tried to kill the littlest baby ducklings several times now, and that's definitely like a 3 strikes and you're out. We do not want, aggressive males, on this property. So I don't know why he's such a angry bird about baby ducklings. It's not even that they come close to him. He's left what he was doing to chase them down across the lawn. So he's locked up in quarantine where he can't come harass them. But they've learned that. They all, as you can see, will run from when he gets close because they have all gotten pecked by him. And he's just kind of a bully. He goes for the littlest guys first and just tries to beat them up. So that's been kind of unfortunate to watch. And Ember has tried really hard to defend them, but even when she fluffs out her lion's mane of feathers and charges him, he's so much bigger he can just shove her out of the way. So that's been a little unfortunate, but hopefully we got a lot of female ducks growing up in this batch, and we'll have them around. And yes, if we want to breed from here on out, because he would now be the father of every one of the girls that we have, we probably should get a different drake anyway. So maybe somewhere down the road we'll get some more ducklings from a different source and try to get a new flock male. But anyway, in more fun news, as long as he's not harassing them, it is just a lot of fun to watch these little things, and I thought you guys would enjoy some of the footage of them just doing their thing and their mama chicken being such a good duck mother. like I said, after a bit they all get sleepy and curl up to nap, and then you hardly see any movement other than occasionally a little duckling head pop up. But chickens are pretty much, especially adult ones, are awake all day, so Ember is always busy running around, scratching and pecking, and the babies take a nap, and then they go off adventuring again. So they've been out exploring now all through the edges of the ditch and the woods and along the main creek where the current's still a little bit fast, I think, especially for the little tiny baby ones. Maybe if they had a mama duck to show them how to navigate it, it would help. But anyway, that's where they're playing for now, and then they're back in their safe and secure duck yard overnight.
We hope you enjoyed it.
Come back next time for more adventures.
Thanks for watching.